Hello students, my name is teacher Miguel Angel and today as you see I am in my house. We are not able to go outside since the coronavirus is affecting all the world. So fortunately our institution World English and American English have developed a way to give the classes, and this is how we're going to make the classes by online interaction. I am glad to see you all of the students of Intermediate 1. Today we're going to have some different activities, some fun activities to share each other, all right? So the book that we're going to study, as you can see, is Going Further for Intermediate 1. I want you to open your books in the Unit 2. We're going to study the continuation of the Unit 2, okay, an international dimension, in the page, from the page 26 to the page 30. In the page 26, we're going to study the inverted commas, the second part. It is not going to be difficult. It's going to be quite easy and interesting. Text production, we're going to read we're going to read the text. And in the next page, 28 to 30, we're going to put in practice our knowledge and our capacity to understand different texts. Okay? So students, the first thing that I would ask you is that you have to have a positive energy and try to put your best mood for the class. Okay? So we're going to start now with the next activity. In this page, we have the use of inverted commas. I am going to explain, so please everybody listen. Okay? Direct speech describes when something is being repeated exactly as it was said, usually in between a pair of inverted commas. Indirect speech will still share the same information, but instead of expressing someone's comment or speech by directly repeating them, it involves reporting or describing what was said. Students, direct speech or indirect speech, it's the same expression, just two different ways to say the same idea. For example, my teacher said, please open your books. That is direct or indirect speech. What do you think? That would be direct speech, no? Indirect speech would be the teacher told us to open our books. I'm going to give you some examples, so take it easy. Don't get confused with that, okay? Look at the example in here in this section. It says, I really would like to come with you to the party. My sister told me. So as a text suggests, it is a report. It is a report, comments a feeling, no? My sister told me, you open commas, and you say, I really would like to come with you to the party. Take a look in here in indirect speech. My sister told me that she would really like to come with me to the party. You see? That is the difference. Looking here, I have some exercises that we're going to practice. Okay? So, as I told you, students, you have to, I would ask you to stop the video. So you can stop the video for 5 minutes, and then you can answer in your book with a pencil the possible solutions to these exercises. And then you can check with my solutions. I'm going to give you the solutions in this moment. So maybe you can stop the video, try to do it by yourself, and then you check it with my answers. Okay, are we ready? Okay, so let's go. Take a look at the exercise number 1. He said, I won't have enough time to finish the job. I repeat, he said, I won't have enough time to finish the job. That would be direct or indirect? It would be direct. What would be the direct speech? He said that he won't have enough time to finish the job. That is indirect. Direct or indirect, they are the same expression, just different ways to express them. Look at the example number 2. She asked me, could you help me with my luggage? You know, luggage is my school bag, my backpack, right? When you travel, that is my luggage. So that is the direct. So let's see that the other possibility. She asked me if I could help with her luggage. You see? So both are the same. Number 3. They asked us, are you going anywhere at the weekend? What is the other possibility, students? Yes, they asked us if we were going anywhere at the weekend, right? Number 4, she told him, don't worry. The other possibility, she told him to not worry, right? Number 5, they asked us, what time does this party start? Students, give me the solution. Good. The solution is they asked us, at what time does the party start? They asked us, at what time does this party start? See, you got it all correct? Perfect. Excellent. Remember, students, that the idea is not that I'm going to give you all the solution. The idea is that you try to practice in your house and try to give the solution without my help. Then you check with my solution. Let's continue here. Write these sentences, changing them from direct speech to reported speech. Direct to indirect speech, right? So stop the video for 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and then you can continue. You got your answers? Correct. So let's see the letter A. Stop being stubborn, my father told me. Of course, the solution would be, my father told me to stop being stubborn. Do you know what is stubborn? Stubborn means a person who does not listen another person advice. He just focus in his own mind, in his own opinion, and he's not going to change it for no matter what. Okay, that is being stubborn. In Spanish, we say terco, right? Stubborn, terco, or terca. Stubborn. Letter B. The teacher said, I want you all to study hard so that you will all succeed. The correct solution would be, the teacher said that he wanted all to study hard so that we will all succeed. Right? Correct. Letter C. It is now very late for me to come and pick you up, my father told me. What would be the solution, students? Yes, my father told me that it was very late for him to come and pick me up. You got the idea? Correct. We have more exercises. Let's see the letter D. Read the students. Please stop this noise. I can't concentrate. My brother told me. The solution would be, my brother told me to stop that noise because he cannot concentrate. Right? That is reported speech, like a report. Letter E. When life gives you a lemon, make lemonade. The pastor told us. What would be the solution, students? The pastor told us to make lemonade when life gives us lemon, right? And letter F, all is well that ends well. Shakespeare wrote on his first book of comedies. The solution would be, Shakespeare wrote in his first book of comedies that all's well that ends well, right? Just change the order to get more comfortable. But it would be the same if we do it in the same order. Students, in the next activity, we have a text that is given in reported speech, and we have to rewrite the text, but in the in the other possibility, right? We're going to change it to direct speech. So I am going to read the text and then you have to stop the video and do it by yourself. Please read with me. I was surprised to see my father returning from work very angry and annoyed. The minute he entered home, I heard him lamenting about the behavior of some careless people. He was saying how, as he had been driving down Mexico Avenue, just before he reached one of the crossroads, the traffic lights turned red, and as a bus stopped, he noticed people throwing garbage from the bus windows. He started describing that he saw all sorts of things being thrown both onto the pavement and the streets. He was surprised to notice plastic bottles, chewing gum, a plastic bag full of chewed sugar cane, and to top it all, even a banana peel. My father was really annoyed. He said that he was sure that nobody would let anybody throw garbage behind their own door. But then people find it so easy to behave in such an unacceptable way in public spaces. Student, that is a nowadays problem. No? Unfortunately, some people do not respect the public places and they, for example, eat something and then throw it outside on the streets, on the pavement. What we should do, of course, it's when you finish to eat something, you keep for yourself and then you throw it in a garbage can or in a rubbish can, right? But according to this text, the father of the author of the text was angry because he saw that some people were throwing garbage through the window in the streets. You got the idea? So, what would be the solution to this? I have a possible solution. But I would like you to stop this video, students, and you try to do it by yourself for at least 5 minutes because this is a long exercise, right? So please try to stop this video for 5 or 10 minutes and then you continue. Did you finish? Excellent. So I have an idea of how you could do this. I want you to take a look, check it, and then you can compare with your own answer. Take a look. Listen to my pronunciation. I was surprised to see my father returning home from work very angry and annoyed. The minute he entered home, I heard him saying, commas, I lament about the behavior of some careless people. I had been driving down Mexico Avenue, and just before I reached one of the crossroads, the traffic lights turned red. And as a bus stopped, he added, I noticed people throwing garbage from the bus window. So as you see, students, I changed the color of the text into black and red. So you can take a look at the in color red is what the father of the author said. In color black, what are the feelings of the author. So that is how you are supposed to do the exercise. Continue. And then he started describing. I saw all sorts of things being thrown both onto the pavement and the street. I was surprised to notice plastic bottles, chewing gum, a plastic bag full of chewed sugar cane, and to top of it, all even a banana peel. He added. My father was really annoyed. He said, I was sure that nobody would let anybody throw garbage behind their own door. But then people find it so easy to behave in such an unacceptable way in public places. What about you, students? Are you the type of person who likes to throw the garbage onto the street, onto the on the streets, on the pavement? That is not a good way to do. As I told you, when you eat something and you finish it, you have to throw it on the garbage can or on onto the rubbish can. Okay, or if you don't have any of them close to you, you keep it to yourself in your pocket, in your bag, and then when you get home, then you throw it in the garbage can. Okay, so that is the solution for the exercise. My solution, I suppose, I bet that you have a different version of this, but the main idea is it, no? That you have to separate the feelings and the expressions, what the person said in the text. So, students, in the last unit, in the unit 2A, the first part, we listened to a song, Queen, We Are the Champions, in real life, right? So we watched a video about We Are the Champions, song of Queen. So in this exercise says, you have listened to the song by Queen, We Are the Champions. In real life, we don't always win. Of course, we don't always win. Sometimes we lose. What advice would you give to a friend of yours who have failed an important exam? So, if you have a brother, if you have a friend, a colleague, you have some family member who has lost, who have failed an exam, what would you say to him or her? Think about it for 5 minutes and then write some expressions, write a text about what advices would you give him or her to make him feel better. Stop it. Stop the video for 5 minutes, students. Okay, let's see. I am going to give you my version, my solution, and then you can compare with your own solutions. Let's see. These are different expressions that you can tell your partner if he loses an exam, if he fails an important exam. Take a look. First of all, you have to treat the problem in a personal matter. You don't have to make public his problem. Right? It has to be treated in private. You can tell him something like, how about we go for a walk? It will get your mind off of things and let you recharge a little bit. No? Of course, you can ask him or her to take a walk, maybe go to somewhere to make his mind distract. So he wouldn't feel sad. Right? Another thing that you would tell him is the second expression. Tell me how you're feeling about it. I'm here to listen as long as you need me. Of course, a person needs somewhere to lean, somewhere somebody to be with you when you are sad, right? Number three, everyone fails. There's people in this class who have failed an exam. It happens to everyone at some point, and you can get through it. Of course, failing an exam or failing in life sometimes is something that is not permanently. It's something that you will get through eventually, no? In time. So just keep trying, and soon you will realize that you have managed to achieve your goals. Number four, I know it feels, I know it feels like you'll never get past this, but you will. Failing this one test doesn't mean that you are a failure. It just means you hit a bump in the road. Yes, if we fail an exam, it is not that we're going to fail all exams in life. It's just one fail, and we have to stand up, get up, and continue. That is what we have to do. Next, you know how everyone talks about how John is the most successful alumnus we got? Well, he failed this exact exam. He failed this exact same exam, and he still did great. So try to tell him or her something to make him in a good mood, to make him or her forget about that, no? Because it's something that is not going to be permanent. That is the most important that you should do. Okay. In the next part, students, we have a text. We have a reading part. We're going to read about Sabit, who is a person from Sudan, and he has a very interesting story to tell because his friends have their very unusual names. Let's take a look. My name is Sabit. Strange, isn't it? In my native language, Sabit means Saturday. And I was called by this name because I was born on a Saturday. What would you say if I told you that I have a friend who is called Telephone? Have you heard of someone named Telephone? I guess you definitely haven't. And do you know why he was called by this name? It was because during the same time that my friend was born, telephone service was offered at the postal station of their village. The village name is El Obeid, and it is in the Kordofan region, a very important region in my country, Sudan. Now let me share with you the last interesting name of another of my friends. His name is Karaba, which in my language means electricity. Now, I am not going to tell you why he was called by this name. I simply leave it up to you to figure it out. Bye and take care. I will share some more of my stories in the future. So this is the story about Sabit, who has a friend whose name is Telephone. But why would their parents put him Telephone as his name? Easy, because at that age the telephone was recently invented. No? And there is another friend whose name is Electricity, but they don't tell us why his name was like this, Electricity. The author led the reader to infer why would you think that would be their name. So now we have some questions about that. So for testing your knowledge. So let's see. I have the solutions in here, but I would like you to do it by yourself. I'm going to give you 5 minutes so you can answer by yourself, stop the video, and then you can continue with the solutions. Please stop the video and continue. You got your answers? Perfect. So now I'm going to show you the solutions of these questions, and you can compare with your own solutions. Okay. So number one, what is the name of the country where Sabit lives? As the text says, he lives in Sudan. So the solution would be the name of the country where Sabit lives is Sudan, right? Number two, what happened in the village of El Obeid during the time when the telephone got there? Do you remember what happened when the telephone got there? Of course. His friend, whose name is Telephone, was born. That is why their parents put Telephone as his name. So because that was in the same day. Number three, in which region of Sudan one can find the village of El Obeid? You remember? It is in the Kordofan region, according to the text. No? Number four, why do you think Karaba was called by this name? You remember that Karaba means electricity. But why do you think their parents put that name to the baby? According to the text, Karaba means electricity. We can infer that at the time when Karaba was born, the electricity started working in Siberian. That is the only logic explanation, right? Did you get your answers correct? Perfect.
Well,
Student,
this
this
has
has
been
been
all
all
for
for today.
today, students. You have been very good students. See you in the next class. Goodbye.
I hope we have had a very good class. We're going to see you in the next class, students. Goodbye. See you.